What were Ted Kennedy's views on foreign policy? When we think about Ted Kennedy, we often remember him as a prominent figure in American politics. But what were his views on foreign policy? Kennedy's perspective evolved throughout his long career in the Senate, reflecting a liberal approach that prioritized human rights, diplomacy, and cautious military engagement. In the early years, Kennedy supported United States intervention in Vietnam. He backed the Gulf of Tonkin resolution and the increase of troop levels. At that time, he endorsed bombing campaigns and opposed anti-war protests. This stance mirrored the Cold War mindset focused on containing communism. However, as time passed, he shifted his views. Like many liberals, he began advocating for diplomacy and negotiations to end the Vietnam conflict, calling for a reduction in military forces. During the 1980s, Kennedy became a vocal critic of the policies of the Reagan administration. He opposed U.S. support for controversial interventions in places like El Salvador and Nicaragua. Kennedy also criticized Reagan's arms buildup, which included weapons systems like the B-1 bomber and the Strategic Defense Initiative. He became a leading advocate for nuclear arms control, pushing for a freeze on nuclear weapons development. He even engaged in back-channel communications with the Soviet Union to promote nuclear disarmament and improve relations. In Latin America, Kennedy was a strong defender of human rights and social justice. After the Chilean coup in 1973, he led efforts in the Senate to cut off military aid to Chile due to human rights abuses. He consistently opposed U.S. policies that supported authoritarian regimes or violated human rights in the region. After the September 11 attacks, Kennedy supported the U.S. war in Afghanistan, believing military action could be justified to combat terrorism and protect human rights. However, later in his career, he challenged the Bush administration's post-9/11 counterterrorism policies and the Iraq War. This reflected his liberal skepticism about prolonged military interventions without clear international support or justification based on human rights. Overall, Kennedy's foreign policy emphasized promoting peace, protecting human rights, advocating for nuclear disarmament, and using military power cautiously. He preferred diplomacy and international cooperation, seeking to balance national security with moral responsibility on the global stage. His views representing a significant chapter in the story of liberal ideology and political movements in the United States.